Hey everyone, just thought I'd stop by for a minute and talk about ribs, lymph, and blood flow. Because if we're having trouble with anything as the tissue in this area, or deeper inside, we need to get the blood and lymph from the chest. We need to open that up so we can take a nice deep breath, a nice easy deep breath. So the rib cage has a lot of tissue between each rib. So what we're going to do is we're going to start right up the two bones that are your collarbone right here. Just find that hollow in there and do one side or the other if you want to. Find it easier if my shirt's up here. But yeah, right, that's a really tight area. Now this shouldn't hurt when you do this. If it does, it means that this has been stagnant for a while. So you gotta get in there and get that moving. And we can breathe in and out through the nose while we're doing it. And we're taking it right to lymphatic gate number 1 here. And some of it will go over to 3. And we take our fingers and we put them in right in between the ribs. So there's a rib here, here, and here. Yep. And then go across. And if you're not down in them, just get the tissue moving. You can't move even on top of the rib without the hollow being activated at 2. But in the hollow is the best. If you can't find it, don't worry about it. Just start working your chest, get your fingers going, and after a while, you'll learn where they are and what's in the middle, what's in between, okay? We're pushing that into up in the gates, getting it moving, getting the blood and the lymph into that area. You know, we can even tap it and rub. It's great for your lungs too. Right in this spot, like if you do a triangle right here to the shoulder, it would go like that. Well, anyway, I'm looking in the camera to sit on my shoulder here, like this. Right in there, if you feel around, there may be a sore spot in there. This is a lung meridian. So if you're having issues with your lungs, good place to be right there. And if it's this is my right side, so if it's the right side, then it's that lung that's having an issue. And on this side, if it's the left side, it's the left side's having an issue. And this will help clear it, along with the lion's breath and doing your breathing exercises, getting the toxins out, getting in, go up to your collarbone right where it hooks onto your rib cage, and right under it, just rub that area. Don't hurt yourself. Can take a while to clean this out if it's sore, but you should do it every day. You can do it 2 or 3 times a day. It's easy to do, and it will help keep you healthy. Got a pocket on this side. But a lot of times, I just take my fingers and spread them apart, and I just move slowly up and down. And they're gonna fall in the grooves. It's not that we have to be precise. When we're doing this, we're doing the top of them, down inside them. You'll feel them slip down in. And you're right over into the armpit. A lot of lymph nodes over here. Same thing on this side. Up under your arm. And this exercise, because it's working everything here, right? And then as you slowly close your hands, not in a tight fist, but just close your hands, up here it shakes a lot harder. And you can move your arms around and get that lymph going. But right now we're talking about the chest, but we're trying to get all these areas open. These gates are opening because we're shaking and moving. So We'll start again. To where the collarbones have gone to the rib cage, right under them, we just start to rub. Okay, and then I like to open up from there and just go across. And you can do one side, like I really prefer to do it like this so I can get all the way out. And you can go right into the armpit and pull. But getting these areas so they're not sensitive, so that's when they're flowing, when they don't hurt. So you want to start right under that collarbone and go out across. And you can do it, you know, you'd have to do it that fast. Matter of fact, slow is probably better. And get right under the arm. Start moving that lymph. Start getting that blood in there. Because up here, if there's any stagnation in there, it makes it hard to breathe because it's tight, it's inflamed. It may cause a lot of pain. If you touch it and it's causing pain, then it's going to take a minute to get it out of there. You're not going to do it tonight. You're just going to keep doing it every day, just a little bit. Maybe put some hot and cold cloths on there. Let the heat go in and expand it, then put ice on it so it'll draw it back down, and it'll start to loosen it up by letting blood and lymph in to feed and clean. So that's another great way to do that. And then the sternum, okay, and go up and down on this. Any sore spots there, again, it's probably been there for a while. But don't hurt yourself. Work around it. Work the tissues around it instead of right on top of it. Because if you're moving out here, it's moving there too. Let's say this is where it is. If you're to the outside of that on both sides and you're working, you can work right around. And just be gentle going over it. Because we're here to heal, not hurt. So, going around is the road to Wellville. Going over it, kind of like a Hellville. You'll get rid of it eventually, but okay. So let's do 3 lion's breaths. So when we do the lion's breath, we breathe in through the nose, and we hold with a smile on our face. Releases endorphins. And then when I say lion's breath, okay, I'm stepping back so you can see me here. Stick our tongue all the way out onto our chin, and that'll open up your throat, and we go. Okay, and that's getting those toxins, because they're heavy, pulling them up and pushing them out into the universe where they belong, not in your lungs. So this helps for people that are shallow breathers. Because the toxins are heavier, they settle to the bottom. That's where most of your blood oxygen transfer takes place. And we want to maximize that, because that's our life, that's our energy. It's the breath that gave us life. The first one was in, and here we were in this reality. Our last one is out, and we go from this reality to another reality. And it just goes on and on and on and on. So, lion's breath. In through the nose, head back, smile. Lion's breath, exhale. All right, there's one. We'll do 2 more. Get those lungs cleared out. Feel the air going in. Feel what the body feels like holding it. Your rib cage is expanding. Your back and chest are expanding. Your arms are moving. Feel that as your body moves. And over time, it'll get better and better and better. Inhale through the nose, head back, smile. Lion's breath, exhale. Last one. Inhale through the nose, head back, smile. Last breath, exhale. All right, shake that up. You can gently rub on the balls of your feet and just let your heels just touch the floor. That sends a light vibration up through, kind of shaking things up. If you want to do them harder, try it. Some of you probably are way beyond what I'm doing here, but we just want to get the body used to moving like this, okay? The feet moving, the lymphatic pumps, the balls of the feet, these are completely manual. This is one of the reasons sitting is such a problem. Calling sitting the new smoking, because we're sitting so much and the balls of our feet are lymphatic pumps, and it's got to go all the way up through, this is gate 6, through 5, through 4, over to 3 to get the 1. So it's got a long ways that has to travel, so that's why walking is so good for us. We're moving, and body movement moves lymph also, but the pumps are the balls of the feet and the diaphragm. Just doing this. You do this during the commercials, you're going to build a lot of energy, because the body builds more energy than it's burning when you're doing this. So that's why the old masters and grandmasters, I mean, it take them a half an hour to do this move right here. But they're in motion the whole time. I mean, it's incredible to watch. It's almost like it's a statue. But if you turned around and you turn back, it would have moved a little tiny bit. Because they're generating a lot more energy than they're burning. And the energy creates matter. And if you have something wrong with the matter, you have something wrong with the energy in that area. It's lost its power. I've been through this on other videos. The body is 6 batteries stacked on top of each other. And if you have a problem with one of them, whatever that's supplying in the body is not full power, and it starts to dim, and the more it dims, the more dis-ease it feels, because it wants to feel that energy power. When our body is right on, we don't even know we have a body. But we still have to stay in touch with it. To me, that's some of what happened, and how we're too much in the mind, and we've forgotten about our body. And what takes the brunt of it is ankles and knees and hips, because the weight's on top of it. And we're doing all these Red Bull things, and I don't have anything wrong with those. I love watching them, but wow. It's crazy. And knee replacements from lack of proper hydration, nutrition, and oxygen to feed the cells, and the lymphatic system ability to go through and clean it. The cells will do the rest. They have their own brains. It's ours that gets in the way. If you could think yourself well, you'd never get sick. Healing is a feeling. And we've lost the language between the body and ourselves. The only way it can communicate with us is pain. It's kind of like a baby. The only way it can communicate with us or to get our attention, is to cry. Laughter, too, but you're engaging with them. It's when they're alone that, something happens, and they start to cry, they get your attention. Well, our body is crying. It's crying in pain, and the worse the pain gets, the louder it cries. So as we move and we hydrate, herbs, tinctures, changing our story from impossible to infinitely possible. Right? Listen to some. It's not funny. I mean, it's not haha funny, even though I laughed. But you go see a doctor. When you come out of there, you might have been playing hopscotch on the way in, and you'd be coming out. If you'd be lucky, you don't have a walker. These guys can really drain you. And all they want to do is give tests. What do you think? Would you like this? What do you think? Would you like that? Oh, maybe we need to go to injectables instead of pills. And when's the last time you had this? And when's the last time you had that? And have you had your blood checked? And we should check for everything. I don't have a problem with that, but it's selling. It's selling to someone who's sick. And if you just do proper hydration, nutrition, oxygen, movement, grounding to the earth, rest, the body will pretty much fix itself. It's like nature. You can keep messing with it, but if you leave it alone, it'll regrow. I think that's about it. I think the download is over. So, I love you guys. Keep going, keep moving, keep breathing. Massage that chest, get right in between those ribs. And if it's really sore, don't rub them really hard. You can have somebody do your back across there too. Because, I mean, they go all the way around, right? It's a cage. So, and if you can't, just do the front. Because this will do a lot as far as your chest expansion goes. You know, even this will help. So that you have more lung capacity. And when you do a belly breath, because your belly goes out, the lungs have a little further to drop as the diaphragm goes down. So, love you guys. See you in the next video.